3 minutes, 1 cup. The untold saga of how instant noodles relentlessly built a global food empire. Movement 1 begins in Asia, where post-war time poverty meets Momofuku Ando's radical convenience. Nissan in Ikeda, Osaka. Ando turns a backyard shed into a food system rethink. Chicken ramen, 1958. Add hot water, and minutes later, stability tastes like comfort. Priced at 35 yen, dearer than a bowl, but time becomes the currency. 1958 to 1959, Japan urbanizes fast. A 3-minute meal fits new rhythms. Flash frying locks a porous lattice into each strand, engineered for instant comeback. 12 months on shelf, 3 minutes to slurp. Porosity makes preservation practical. Street tastings across Osaka win skeptics. Flavor is proof more than pitch. From Osaka to Tokyo, Nissan scales a craft into a category. Capacity chases demand. Lines run hot while distribution learns speed. By 1965, home saturation forces a choice: deepen quality or cross oceans. In 1966, the U.S. reveals the clue: noodles in cups, forks in hand. Tokyo R&D iterates dozens of prototypes. The container becomes the kitchen. 1971, Cupnoodles launches. A vessel, a utensil, and a meal synchronize. Shorter strands, fork-first geometry. Design encodes how the world eats. Vending arrives by the press district. A ritual of lid, hot water, wait. Myojo enters from Tokyo, pushing Nissan to defend the crown. Myojo's cup variant separates elements. Control becomes a selling point. Options multiply. Segmentation starts with soup strength and structure. 1972. Asama Sanso on live TV. Officers sip cup noodles in the snow. Unscripted visibility spikes sales. Necessity turns into national habit. Nissan USA, Lancaster, Pennsylvania. A Japanese idea makes American jobs. Cupnoodles lands in 1973. A new aisle grows in North America. Dorms and offices become beachheads. Slow burn adoption builds loyalty. Maruchan sets up in Irvine. The value play assembles stateside. Packet 6-packs anchor budgets. Price wins weekly baskets. Packet first strategy targets the mass. Cup follows where convenience pays. Richmond expands capacity. The East Coast learns the Maruchan name. Bexar County adds reach. Networked plants reduce freight and risk. By the mid-80s, a duopoly forms. Growth without price wars funds scale. 7-Eleven Japan spreads convenience. Open to close shelf access cements habit. Impulse becomes ritual. Proximity converts curiosity into repeat. On-station platforms across Asia, steam, slurp, and speed define modern hunger. Genesis distilled, policy meets ingenuity. Flash fry enables the cup. Media and retail accelerate adoption. Movement 2 stretches from Asia to Europe as trans-Pacific networks standardize a global staple. Nissan Singapore becomes the Asian hub. Logistics shorten, freshness lengthens. Localized cups carry Southeast Asian flavor, the same ritual, new palate. Hub and spoke radiates to Malaysia, Hong Kong, Indonesia. Lead times shrink. 1975 to 1985, formats diverge, but growth holds double-digit on both tracks. In Brazil, Nissan Ajinomoto partners in Ibiúna. Local roots beat tariffs. 1975, JV formalizes learning and language. Factories teach brands to speak Portuguese. Burst, Portuguese-labeled packs signal belonging. The aisle accepts a newcomer. Brazilian standards and content rules force better sourcing and clearer claims. In Jakarta, Indofood readies a volume play with neighborhood reach. Indomie Mie Goreng invents at-home street flavor. Dry sachets, big satisfaction. Deep distribution wins. Warungs and kiosks move noodles faster than ads. 1985 to 1995. Halal certification builds trust. Loyalty becomes a moat. In Seoul, Nongshim leans into spice and soul. Shin Ramyun's red promise delivers heat, chew, and comfort on demand. Shin leads at home. Spiciness becomes a platform, not a niche. Variants stack ladders of heat and richness. Portfolio meets mood. Tingyi in Tianjin scales Master Kong for a continent waking to convenience. Uni-president from Tainan crosses the strait with capital and craft. By 1990, China nears 10 billion servings. Migrants and students drive demand. Around 2000, Master Kong near 40%, Uni-president near 35%. Local wins local. 1990 to 2000. Toward 25 billion. Cities swell. Time shrinks. Bowls disappear. Mid-90s to 2000. Barriers drop. Local factories beat imports on cost and speed. Hard Canadian wheat rises. Higher protein snaps back springier strands. 20,000 plus vending machines blanket Japan. Stations and offices feed on time. Distilled, U.S. duopoly and Southeast Asia's mass. Joint ventures and hubs extend reach. China crowns scale. Movement 3 merges premium, health, and digital to reinvent instant for the algorithmic age. Nissan Tokyo pivots upmarket. Brand heritage powers price. Deme Icho bowls flaunt deeper broths and heavier garnish. Premium cues speak fast, richer soup, refined design, and visible bits. 2005 to 2020. Pricing outgrows volume. Mix lifts margins. Nongshim doubles down on quality positioning without losing bite. Shin Black adds bones and body. Comfort becomes cred. Samyang steps onto the global stage with unapologetic heat. Oldak ignites a cult. Thick sauce, dry stir, relentless spice. YouTube erupts. A fire challenge pulls 9 figures of views. 2014 to 2020. Creators outrun commercials. Authenticity converts curiosity. Light touch amplification meets fan culture. A truck visit becomes a movement. By 2020, sales surge. Buldak drives the majority of Samyang's top line. In Seattle, Amazon becomes the infinite noodle aisle. 2015 to 2024, online climbs to 25 to 30% of sales. Amazon holds roughly 15 to 20%. Loops push discovery and repeats. In Los Angeles, Emmy reframes ramen as nutrition with story. Premium bowls signal macro-friendly protein with indulgent slurp. In London, King Soba claims organic trust for the kettle crowd. Organic cups promise clean ingredients without sacrificing speed. From Taipei, A. Shaw revives knife-cut heritage with modern gloss. Brick packs showcase air-dried texture and sauce-first flavor. 2010 to 2020, non-fried grows 15 to 20% in mature markets. In Ho Chi Minh City, Masan upgrades toppings to compete with restaurants. Freeze-dried garnish restores color and crunch on a budget of minutes. Vietnam's curve surges, servings per capita climb with urban wages. Nestle India anchors the aisle but learns the cost of complacency. 2015, Maggie's ban forces reformulation in hard proof of safety. Rebound follows retests. The brand regains shelves and trust over quarters. That hiatus opened doors. Health-led entrants occupy permanent real estate. Master Kong leans into premium tiers as cohorts trade up. Premium bowls elevate broth clarity and protein visual cues. Uni-President mirrors the move, sharpening soup as a status signal. Owned broth styles and slow simmer cues bring restaurant warmth home. 2000 to 2024, local leaders rule China. Japanese brands hold profitable niches. Indo-food sets sights beyond ASEAN with a global footprint in mind. 2020, Indo-food CBP buys Pine Hill, Amina network comes turnkey. 8 countries, roughly 550 million addressable, the map adds corridors. IFBP's scale steps up, volume and reach push operating leverage. Markets notice on deal close. Synergy narratives support the stock. Nigeria's growth line climbs. Urban snacks become staple meals. 2018 to 2022, Price and Halal Trust carry MENA baskets across borders. Plants travel so brands can. Local manufacturing trims tariffs and delays. A global COVID bump lifts pantry packs as uncertainty favors shelf stable. Lockdowns created habits. Replenishment follows stockpiles into 2021. Top markets reshuffle. China leads on volume while the US pays for premium. In Brussels, regulators put packaging on a diet. 2021, the EU's plastics directive makes materials a design problem. California pairs EPR with foam bans. Cups shift to paper and rPET. Lancaster retools the cup. Grip, heat, and mouthfeel rebalanced. 2015 to 2024, palm oil scrutiny intensifies. Audits and RSPO claims surge. In Shenzhen, Kimdi scales air-dried tech for the mid-tier. Air-dried noodles show clean sheen and spring without the fry. Sodium targets tighten. Flavor science shields satisfaction while salt drops. No preservative becomes table stakes. Complete meal claims arrive with confidence. CJ Cheoljadang adds Korean authenticity to premium instance playbook. Chef-style bowls, richer sauces, and brand cues court export aisles. 2010 to 2024, Korea's share rises toward 15 to 20 on culture and heat. Japan's global share slips, but premium niches get richer. Indonesia holds 20 to 25% on halal trust and volume logistics. China stays leader as premium cohorts thicken in coastal cities. Online shelves surface niche SKUs, subscription and reviews lock behavior. A mukbang montage shows pace, portions, and personality selling more than ads. Premium and digital distilled. Spice virality expands reach. Clean labels scale. E-commerce multiplies assortment. 2005 to 2020. Health research elevates sodium as a priority to cut. No artificial flavors or preservatives becomes the new entry ticket. Heat ladders and limited drops keep social buzz compounding. Ajinomoto's umami mastery underpins reformulations that keep taste intact. Chef Series packs ride seasoning science to justify higher price points. Supply pivots to paper and recycled PET. Heat and seal stay non-negotiable. Work from home turns cups into desk-side fuel across North America. In Japan, vending persists as ritual, even as tastes modernize. Maruchan's Japan arm upgrades bowls to defend core fans. Domestic upgrades sharpen broth and noodle bite to sustain loyalty. Servings plateau in mature markets while premium share climbs steadily. From Osaka, Nissan publishes RSPO roadmaps that invite scrutiny. RSPO-only sourcing and transparent targets build a sustainability moat. 2019 to 2021 logistics shots favor local fill over distant freight. Local plants hedge currency and costs, holding price through spikes. In Shanghai, Freshippo carts blend staples with premium ramen indulgences. App baskets show add-to-cart parity between convenience and craft. Tengi's chef collaborations stage restaurant queues in the instant aisle. Uni-President Soup Master highlights bone broth depth as a badge. K-Wave aisles bloom. Spice adoption speeds where fandom gathers. The Cupnoodles brand flexes into limited, playful editions. Local editions celebrate regional tastes while keeping the global ritual. Hyper-local flavors turn a cup into a souvenir with utility. 7-Eleven integrates click and collect. Instant becomes even more instant. 5-minute pickups erase last-mile friction at scale. 2019 to 2024, the category nears $60 to $65 billion, compounding 8 to 9% since 2000. Recommenders surface spice and novelty. Algorithms introduce brands you never searched. Imi's collabs validate premium ramen as culture, not just calories. Heat scales codify the experience. 2 times, 3 times, even carbonara keep chatter lively. Non-fried shin delivers cleaner texture without losing the signature kick. Recyclable paper cups improve grip and heat balance without flavor compromise. EPR fees nudge reform. Costs drift to shelf slowly. Data moves fast. Across MENA and Africa, distributors stitch last mile into national networks. Pine Hill's GCC SKUs align taste and pack size with corridor demand. Localized labels and halal certifications signal trust instantly in Riyadh. Cairo multi-packs trade frequency for value, anchoring weekly shops. In Lagos, hedged local inputs protect price points in volatile quarters. Manufacturing mix splits, regional hubs for core, near assembly for spikes. Japan's global share slides from above 50 to around 30, but premium IP defends profit. Korea rises toward 20, with culture and spice as a repeat engine. Indonesia nears 25 on volume mastery and MENA expansion. China tops 40 billion servings, trading up meat's sheer scale. Cup noodles without preservatives shows how clean can still be comforting. Salt cuts are masked with umami and aroma. Slurp satisfaction stays high. Soup Master codifies a richer broth era in mainstream instant. Chef Series keeps elevating expectation. The bar moves for everyone. US per capita stays modest, but niche brands stretch price and pantry share. The modern paper cup stands as design under constraint, ready for the boil. Throughline, invention becomes expression. Local and global intertwine, and a relief food matures into ritual.